Hello and welcome back. We're where we left off the last time. Which are for real, P. Alright.
Where are you? Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
Almost.
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Oh yeah.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a passage.
Okay. Secrets.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Means that there's some secret here. Possibly. It's a button here. Oh, not a button. Not per se. More of a secret door. It moves. Explains the constant moving there. Most uppy floor. The floors. Let's get in there.
Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped, too.
Message. Wrong place to look. Okay, I never did like rats. Not because of their obscene tales, but rather on account of their lively, disturbing intelligence. They are always listening when a man believes he's talking only to himself. And what's worse, they seem to understand. Holy moly. A few days ago I caught myself talking to one of them. Oh, dude. To a particularly large black male with a torn off ear. First I was overcome by panic. Was this first manifestation of the illness? Of course, that was impossible, for I had fortified my immunity with powerful spells. Upon further consideration, I concluded it was an altogether natural reflex, one even most learned among us find hard to restrain. We may just like to be listened to. Place the black rat in a separate cage. A time will come for it to play a part in the tests. Meanwhile, it can keep me company. And observe. I've noticed it looks with great concentration at the cage of its infected brother, particularly those in the last stages of illness. Fascinating. Speaking of company, I have none besides a black rat and cannot hope for better. Sarat avoids the laboratory, has expressed his desire for his daughter to steer clear away from me as well. At first I thought he feared a moral scandal, which would be risible in the extreme, but he's explained the true reason in due course. It seems Annabelle has always possessed a fragile physical constitution. Observing ill might throw her into foul humors. The peasants taking part in the study have stopped speaking to me. I don't know what I believe this little act of defiance will serve. Does me no harm. They made for lousy conversation partners. There remains, of course, a woman, but as for her, I try to limit my contact. My black rat has died today. I found him curled up in his cage. I suspected he had become infected on accident. But during the autopsy, I did not uncover any signs of illness. He is also perfectly well fed. Strange. From a medical point of view, his death remains unexplained. Something which, I must admit, irritates the scholar in me. But as mentioned previously, I am not particularly fond of rats. Okay. The lamp, the rats, are something all about it. Lesser glyph of Gwen. Succubus, the concoction. Okay. Gwen. Gwen intensity 5. In boots. Player stats. Okay. Gwen. 256 physical damage reduction. It shouldn't hurt.
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
Worst of the worst. Uh-oh. Seems we found our mysterious problem.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me.
A fragile
I'm
girl.
cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Now I'm gonna show you light.
I'm a witcher. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Mage's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know.
Like everybody else.
They're all dead.
Yeah.
Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone.
You're there too.
They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
Oh, come on.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
Yeah, some kind of experiment.
What kind of potion was it? Remember its smell? What it looked like?
I remember only that I feared to drink it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me
And
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
there were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
yeah.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then nothing.
That's but poison.
That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach. They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folks should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different.
Kind of alive, almost.
How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your
Crap.
beloved, he dead too?
Grail? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the isle. Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected, strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
I guess.
Fine, I'll talk to Graham. Where will I find him?
He lives in the village on the lakeshore, yet... What if he's forgotten me?
If he loved you, he'll remember, and want to help.
He said he would always love me. Go to him. Make haste, please.
Although I may risk it if the remains can also transport soul as well. There may be a revenge going on. There. That's a worst case scenario. What else do we got in here? Yeah, log part 1. Continue to return results. I must consider unreliable. Not at fault of errors. Problem lies here in the shut-in fallible research material I'm forced to work with despite his prior assurance. Westrod is unable to provide me with enough moderately healthy specimens for my test. Terrified and have been dragged here straight from a dungeon. I waste a great deal of time daily washing and arousing them before I will so much as let them step off foot in my laboratory. Sterility first. Attitude of a patient undergoing treatment can have a significant impact on a battle against the disease. Unfortunately, the volunteers with which I'm supplied do not show sufficient comprehension, let alone enthusiasm, for the noble work in which they are taking part. In fact, it seems they consider the research part of their punishment. I've tried a few times, though I'm a poor speaker. Convince them that they are contributing to the eradication of one of the greatest plagues tormenting mankind. Had the distinct impression I understood little, but perhaps their stupor was merely the result of early stages of illness. Of course, this is impossible to achieve success without significant sacrifices. Well, the majority of them will have to lay down their thriving lives on the altar of learning. This is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Crazy mage. Okay. To Graham. The big map. Show me where to go. Yeah, let's leave the isle for now. See what's up. Took everything out of here. Oh, ouch. Derp. Missing the door. Let's get to the closest ship. Yeah, we have one right here.
Damn, you're ugly.
Yep, he's ugly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Bam. Hit. 1, 2. Ugly much. Aye. Jumpy jump. Come on, Mr. Ship. Proof to be useful. Finally, we got in and on board. Can fast travel while on boat, but only to destinations accessible via water route. To fast travel by boat, open the world map, and while at helm of a ship, can travel to any point marked anchor. Map anchor. Do we have anchors? Well, not that I can see. Nah, don't. Other words, thanks for nothing. Row, row, row your ship. And a bottle of rum. Okay. Sailing the low seas. Yeah, we should get to there in no time. A defensive boat. Let's get out of here. And get in here. Hello? Well, you look busy. Don't mind if I do. Excuse me. Knock knock.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I'm a witcher.
What of it? Why should I care?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
A simple thing.
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
A
I
lot.
met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me as soon as I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. First, then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower, hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
Could be curse
Remember,
part.
I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... Is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to a ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
She was alive the whole time, but... Can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I'd have noticed she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count.
One last help.
Annabelle needs you. Her soul will only find peace if you help her.
But what can I do? It's too late.
Bury her bones. Annabelle should be laid to rest by one who loved her. It's the only way to lift the curse that holds Fyke Isle.
Those are... her bones.
Yes.
Give them here. And leave me be.
we solve this little problem? That's great. And that's still of our moderate successes.
Yeah, sick of that.
Jeez, those guards are pussies. Way too sensitive. I barely shoulder bash them.
Looks like rain.
Aye, obviously. Part of the nature. And all that sass. There's
The old god demanded 6 sucklings. You didn't bring
Something
but a single
here.
scurvy. Cursed us. We're doomed. You's the one brought soured wine.
What are
the
you
hell,
doing
guys?
here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the old god, clearly.
You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. He scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
What the heck, guys?
The All-God you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. Suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the old god watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Mm-hmm. Plain to see that. So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us, you can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me elms. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. Old God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
I could intercede on your behalf with this All-God of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, "All God, help a poor wretch in need." Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
Okay. I'm pretty sure there's more to this. Let me see.
Something here. Where's that artifact Kira gave me?
Hello there. A fancy secret. Oh wow. What is this?
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
Jeez.
Geralt of Rivia. Pleasure.
Lols.
Expected the All-God to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Yep.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, absolutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children, and to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings. I'm to settle for curds and whey? Not a chance. And you can tell them that.
Been in this hole long?
For a century or so. One winter I found shelter here. Built a fire so large the flames leapt through the crack, lit the bushes above. I coughed from the smoke, and suddenly heard a peasant. A voice out of nowhere, he called. A miracle. Thus, I became a god.
Parasite, more like.
Maybe so. But what of Freya and Melitele then, hmm? Demanding prayers and offerings, given naught in return? I talk at least.
Listen here, lard ass.
Eh?
You're gonna be satisfied with what you get, or I'll feed you to the ravens.
Plowing reformers. No, fine, fine. I'll sup more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. Crazy bastard. Yeah. May have as well attacked him. Let's just have peasants or lives undisturbed. We'll see. Maybe we'll get a little bit reward. Chance hangments with him. Such a cause is a part of its impairment. Now on the consequences. Most manifestations of his fierce manner are well known, however. Few illustrative examples might prove useful here. They include his summoning of the Order of Flaming Rose to be the armed enforcers, his later support for the witch hunters in their zealous cause. Finally, there is a massacre at Lockmead. And Snilgard at Rodowid has proven himself truly stern, while the forces of our realm disintegrated in the face of the Emperor's onslaught. He has strengthened his own realm and taken command of the joint. Armies of the North, whatever their opinion of him before, all clear-eyed observers now agree. But the fifth, known as also Radowid the Stern, is the North's last bulwark against Emperor's expanding power. He's probably right. Pull our dice. Okay, and we took all we could from here, and see what the peasants have to say about our little escapade. So yeah, I solved your problem, guys.
Anything new?
Talk to your old god, face to face.
And will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you the All God's merciful, understanding. Thanks, Witcher.
Oh, one last thing. Did you know there's a crypt beneath this hill? Might want to take a look sometime. Architecture's fascinating.
Alright, let's return to the witch. Or sorceress, whichever you prefer. Okay. Road is still there. Yeah. Started to move in the wrong direction.